What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode review of Married to Medicine. Finally on time. Season 9 episode. Well, I don't know what episode this is. I just know it's the reunion part 1. Okay. So we get into it. Girl, a fucking mess already. Before the reunion can actually start and before they can actually get their makeup and hair and clothes on, contestant and Heavenly gets into it out on the street. And for the most part, I'm just going to say for both of y'all, it's not a good look. Contessa, you could have contained yourself and you could have just waited until the reunion and y'all could have did that slick talking or whatever. Contessa, you, granted, I'm not mad at you, some of the people coming at, coming at Dr. Heavenly. Because Dr. Heavenly, most of the shit that's coming to her, she deserves. We have to be 100% honest about that, okay? But you like, when it's time to talk about something in person, you don't want to talk about it in person and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. Girl, I won't want to talk to you right here, right now either because, baby, we supposed to say that shit for the fucking reunion. Take your ass up into your goddamn trailer. I said they in trailers? They ain't got rooms in the hotel to get dressed? Take your ass in your motherfucking trailer and go get dressed. Quit acting a fool out here. Heavenly, you take your ass up in there. You stop acting a fool out here too. I said, are we really about to do this right here, right now? Like, it was just too much. I said, Contessa, you about to fight her? You about to fight her? That's not even fair, but okay. It just doesn't look right on your part. It doesn't look right on any of their parts, to be quite frank. Girl, I didn't know this was down here. Let me not touch that. Because then while I'm recording, it'll probably just pop. I ain't gonna touch it. And so, we finally get into the reunion. We see everybody, they do the little pleasantries and the introductions and how you doing and all this stuff. And, Quiet making it a big deal that she got some stuff that she want to put out there, whatever. Understandable because, the peoples were saying that she was sleeping around for, to get her house done or whatever. And I just didn't understand when they was going through her package. Did you notice how everybody was clapping and cheering when they was talking about everybody or whatever? But then when it got to Anila, shit kind of got a little low. Maybe it was me, but I kind of peeped that a little bit. Maybe it wasn't on purpose, but, I caught it. But, the whole situation with Simone, and I don't even know if I brought this up, but it bothered me when they were going through Quiet's package because she was the first one. They was going through her package and they brought up the fact that, Simone was saying, she has this $2 million house. How was she able to afford this $2 million house as a single woman? As if you have to be somebody or be with somebody, you as a single person cannot afford, a single woman cannot afford a home. What was this? Okay, that's just it. As you like she can't afford stuff on her own. Granted, I get it because it was just the way that it was worded. You can make that mean like, so all women have to be with somebody in order to get a home that costs $1 million+ on their they can't get it on their own. And I get it because it's a rumor going around about her and the contractor or whatever, but also we don't really know what Quiet does anymore. Okay, so that's one thing, but at the end of the day, does it really matter? She's living her life, she's comfortable, and we don't hear nothing about bills being overdue and liens and foreclosures or nothing like that. So I just don't understand, why are we giving into these rumors or whatever if these people are supposed to be our friends, right? Friends don't do that. Or I say real friends don't do that. We don't talk shit. We congratulate. We genuinely support. And that goes to show me most of these girls on these shows, they're not really friends like that. Because if we can get in front of the camera and that's when we want to fucking fall out at each other, and then we want to make up somewhat at a reunion, girl, that ain't dismiss me with that shit. Meanwhile, they was talking about whether or not, given that Quiet is having Mason live with her, how was it adjusting? Like, did they talk about or have some issues or whatever with going ahead and putting him on TV? And she was like, no, it was cool. He doesn't watch the show, which understandable. And I don't even know why Andy asked that. Let me tell you something, Andy, you bitch. Andy, I think you need to go ahead and get other people to start. I think you need to get other people to start hosting these reunions, because baby, they on your ass. They are on your ass. After looking at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 1 and part 2, and that shit that you did on part 2, when you basically showing that you really don't give a fuck about, you know, the minorities, or I should say the people of color, and especially the black woman on the show, because when you focus that whole segment of goddamn Lisa Rinna admitting that she was the one that threw Giselle Garcelle book into the garbage can, and that it was just Erica that posted it on her Instagram or whatever, you literally up here taking all the attention off of the fact that, oh, she threw the book in the garbage can, but you worried about whether or not she recycling everything, and y'all Kiki Ken and Giselle Garcelle just sitting there looking all just fucked up. Let me tell you something, Garcelle, baby, after this season, if you bring your ass, I'm sorry that we getting off track, because fuck this for right quick. And I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute, and now I got a reason to. Garcelle, if you come back for the next season, you need to speak the fuck up, okay? I know part of the reason why Garcelle is not going off the way that she probably would want to go off and probably would go off is because this is a predominantly white show, and it's a predominantly white casted show as well. And so therefore, black women and black people in general, but especially black women, when we're presented on TV and all this stuff, we have to present ourselves in a whole different type of way. We have to be extra careful not to say this and not to say that to hurt a white bitch feelings. No shade, but that's just how it is, okay? You know, because Let Her would have really spoken up. Oh, she's the angry black woman, that stereotype, she's aggressive, she's this and she's that. But yet, those same white women on that cast can do the exact same fucking thing, can inflect their voice, can get pissed off, can throw things, can say a whole bunch of nasty and disgusting shit, and it's okay. And you sitting there talking about fucking recycling. Baby Garcelle, none of them bitches on that show is your friend. Maybe Sutton, but other than that, Cal, bitch, you really fucking tried it when you was coming for Crystal. You was coming for Chris. I hate when people try to interrupt. Just because you probably don't believe her shit, it does not mean that that is not her experience, and you cannot tell her what her experience was. That's her fucking true. You shut the fuck up and you let her say that shit. How dare you fucking keep interrupting, bitch? This last season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills really pissed me off. It really pissed me off to no end. Anyway, back on track. You know, I just didn't understand why Andy asked the question of, do Mason watch the show? He's 6 or 7 years old. Why the fuck would he need to be watching Married to Medicine? This is not a kid's program. This is not kid friendly. Like, come on, quit asking these dumb questions, Andy. Okay? Then you get the whole situation where, you know, his mother did she have a hard time adjusting, becoming from being single to being basically a parent? Like, you know, yeah. And she was like, no, I didn't have a hard time, you know, because I do everything well. You know, I don't ever have a hard. I said, girl, she got this, you know, when Quad feel like she about to tell somebody off, or she got the upper hand in some shit, or, you know, whatever, she just got this cocky ass, haughty ass type of fucking inflection and tone to her voice or whatever. And it's just like, girl, I really want to fucking like you, but sometimes it's just like, I really can't. Because at this moment, like, if it wasn't for, like, you really didn't have no storyline. Let's be 100%, y'all. Let's be 100%, y'all. Don't say that, you know, she was put onto the show to bring ratings and all this stuff. No, because the ratings really wasn't that great as they have been. You know what I'm saying? If we want to go there, Dr. Heavenly had to, you know, fight to get her job back as a main person on the show. And she kind of failed at it. And I guess she saw that she really wasn't bringing nothing. So it was like, let's go back to the old formula of coming at Toya. You know what I'm saying? The easy old day formula to come at Toya. And I was just like, girl, it's getting old, it's getting tired. But, you know, she does everything well. And it was simple for her to just go ahead and adjust. And, you know, the reason why she had Mason was because, the mother was coming up from Tennessee, and they were just trying to let her adjust, and while not letting him miss out on things in life and all that shit or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, Andy gonna ask Toya, so when you went over to the quiet house for the little get together, whatever, her little housewarming thing, did you see her house? Did it look better than the apartment that you said she had or whatever? Toya was like, you know what, I don't make it a habit of going to people's houses and just looking around and seeing stuff or whatever. And then here come, she said, but they do, But of course, Quiet had to say, when I went to your house, the house that you're now sold or you're trying to sell, I said, bitch. Oh, girl, we gonna run that joke into the ground. I mean, granted, it's the truth, but child, if that's all you got, that's all you got. She was like, I said that it was beautiful, whatever. But it went from that to, you want what I want, you want the husband, you want to be just like me. That's what it is with Toya, because she just want to be like me. I was like, girl, I want to be like you. They was like, where the money coming from? You ain't been shit since you talk about something you was on BGC or something like that, and we ain't never seen you sell nothing. Oh, you talk about sister circle this and sister circle that. And then they bringing out pay stubs, check amounts of, $7,000 a month from this that I'm getting, and $6,000 a month from this wine and from this and that. And I said, what the hell is going on? They were just going back and forth at each other. And I just don't understand, like, when it comes to, maybe because I feel like these people are older than me. But at this point, we already know that it's just putting on for the TV, because we know in real life, if we don't rock with a person and we have an issue with a person, we're not going to put all this attention into them. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing, I'm going to do mine. I'm not going to let you be the focal point of my life or take any up any space in my mind. And that is exactly what Toya, Heavenly, and Quad is doing. And when I say Heavenly, because let's be real, because I watch Heavenly reviews or whatever. I have yet, if I have recently, I have yet to truly see a review where she's not talking about Toya, but saying that, I don't have a problem with her, but yet you're going in on her house, and, it's the same thing over and over again. And it's like, okay, we get it. We get it, mama. All right. She has financial issues. Are you guys offering any assistance? And then at this point, she probably don't even want to take the assistance because y'all talk so damn much about it. It's like, if we're going to continue to talk about it, or we're going to try to help the girl. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to make it a space where, she can feel comfortable to come to me for help or whatever? But y'all don't do that. See, y'all not really, I thought we supposed to be a sisterhood. And I don't feel no sisterhood. This ain't no sisterhood, baby. Because if this was real, y'all should be able to come to each other and to, ask for advice and ask for this and ask for that, you know what I'm saying, without feeling judged and everything. But hell, I want to talk to y'all as either, okay? Andy had to cut that shit short because they was doing entirely too fucking much, all right? Meanwhile, they was talking about how come, it's cute or whatever that you showed your little nephew, little Mason or whatever, but you really don't show your real life. Like, you don't give us nothing. When you gonna get married? When you gonna show your little dating stuff or whatever? And I'm with Quad. Marriage is not something that you take lightly, okay? So I'm not gonna rush to get into a marriage or whatever just so I can put it on film and give you a little storyline. But that just goes to show Quad ain't really got shit else going on. And if she do, why she's just holding it close to the vest? At least we see everybody else. Even you could say Dr. Heavenly really ain't got no storyline, but at least we see her at her job. We see her at her job doing something. Toya be kicking it with the kids and, doing shit with Eugene sometimes. And I mean sometimes, okay? Very, very much of a sometimes. But at least, like, what does Clyde do? If you want to say people want to be you. But, I mean, I get it. And then, they talk about the whole thing with her sleeping with the contractor and all that stuff. And she's putting his name out there and saying, why would I sleep with somebody and then pay them? She said she took a lie detector test. And like Toya said, bitch, that shit is not admissible in court. Okay? And I said, well, we ain't in court. She did it for the satisfaction of herself so that she can, put it out there for y'all to say that, she did not have any dealings with this man on a sexual matter or, anybody else's husband that was sitting there, whatever. And so, Andy said, like, even though this is not admissible in court, it's up to the ladies to feel as though, if they would take it. Mind you, earlier, he had asked, do Heavenly know about who she dating or whatever? Heavenly said, I don't know nothing about her dating life, okay? And then, Anila was like, I know. I said, Anila, shut the fuck up. this just hush, okay? You ain't enough. You ain't enough, all right? But you know, at this point, Simone had to put it out there and say, I never put the contractor name out there. I never said that you was doing this or whatever. I just said it was a rumor and all this stuff. And woo, woo, woo. I said, girl, whatever. Then, you know, Heavenly said, I will be honest and I will put out there that I have perpetuated the rumor that she was, you know, sleeping with a married man. And I was saying it as a joke. And I do know that it is false. And I don't think like she's sleeping with a married man. I mean, I said as a joke that she got a cash register next to her bed. Bitch. Heavenly is ignorant, but Heavenly say some funny shit sometimes. Like, goddamn, I be wanting to be like, fuck, girl, why you like this? But at the same time, you know, she said she don't believe that Quiet is sleeping with a married man, just like she don't believe Toya is sleeping with somebody in the neighborhood. And I was just like, okay, can we just let that shit go and let it be, let it die, let it go, okay? Move on. So, they going back and forth again, and Quiet, you know, my whole thing of it is, okay, I was with her when she said the whole situation about, okay. I'm so sorry. Let me get my shit together because I just fucked some shit up. I'm so sorry. But no, you know, Toya and her, I just don't understand it. You know, when she talked to Heavenly and was like, you know, you can't keep on coming on here, you know, saying stuff or whatever, and then you come on each season and then you try to apologize and just to do it again. Like that has to stop. It really does. It has to stop. And then she's put out there, you know, and y'all have to fucking stop making it seem like a black woman cannot get something on her own without sleeping with somebody. And, you know, Simone, her whole thing is, because Simone was the main one that was questioning it too, and she made that clear up in the confessionals, you know, how did she afford this? And as I mentioned earlier, and yeah, we probably think that, but at the end of the day, it's really none of your business and it's none of our business. And, you know, you still should be congratulating your friend if that's really your friend. You know what I'm saying? We don't see nothing illegal coming after her or whatever, no legal shit coming after her or whatever. So why can't you just support her and just say congratulations? Is my chin getting a little slim? I mean, I did check the scale. I did you know, a couple of pounds down from what I last said. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I could be delusional. You know, cause somebody, oh bitch, a comment, I had to block them because I ain't got one of these comments in a minute. And it kind of fucked my day up because I'm sorry. Since I got the camera roll, I'm just gonna put it out there. It kind of, cause see, bitch, we up here judging people, whatever. It kind of fucked my day up, and I just don't understand people that want to be, you know, rude to you just to be rude to you or whatever. And I don't see what people get off of just, you know, trying to, you know, say slick shit, say rude shit, say disgusting shit. Somebody gonna leave a comment and say, I can barely, damn, Ashley, you huge. I can barely see the chair. I said, no. I said, wow. Wow. Really? That's what we're doing? Mind you, I ain't never seen this person before commenting on my thing. And I go to, you know, because when you looking at on the app or whatever, you go to their profile, it'll show you the history of how many comments they had on your channel. And that was like the one, it was the 2 comments that they put was the first time that they commented on my shit. So I was just like, that was way off course, okay? I mean, you can see the chair now, right? Bitch, it was just the way that I sit. When I sit up like this, because I'm not all the way back, it just bothered me. I was just like, wow, you're huge. Okay, like, am I supposed to be a skinny bitch? Have I ever said I was a skinny bitch? Y'all know I'm a big bitch. I said that before. And it really, like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, that shit kind of got to me. It got to me. It got to me. Let me just put that out there. It got to me for a second because I was just like, I haven't had a comment like that in a long time. a long time. And it just took me back to the beginning of YouTube. Like I'm telling you, if you want to start on YouTube or whatever, especially back when I started, baby, you had to have tough ass skin, because motherfuckers really was coming at you for any and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, damn, bitch, I'm a big bitch. Don't you think I know that? I see myself every day when I wake up and I go, get my ass dressed. I look myself in the mirror. I see that I'm a big bitch. You really wanted to put that out there? You wanted some fucking attention? All you did was got your ass blocked. You still probably gonna watch me, but shit, fuck it, But anyway, Simone, she was the main one saying that she had to, she was just like, well, you getting this, how are you getting this, or how are you getting that? And I know about the bills and I know about this. That's cool or whatever, but at the same time, it's not your business, okay? Just because you got these bills and this stuff or whatever, and you've been in the house for 20 plus years and you don't feel like you need to put up heirs or whatever to get a house and all this stuff, that's fine. But to imply that she had to fucking sleep around to get her, as black women, we always get that stereotype, mostly us. And so you doing to us what people always do to us, So that your friend group's supposed to be the group where you come to get support. And you're basically trying to put it out there that she fucking around just to get a goddamn house or whatever. And, not only are y'all putting that out there, and I'm so glad that even Contessa brought up the fact that, you're talking about this contractor who is also married. You're affecting his family, who has kids and everything. And here come Toya. Well, what about me? What about me? Y'all be sitting it out there about me and Eugene, and we can't do this on our own and all that stuff. Baby, we're not talking about you and Eugene because y'all didn't do it on your own. I mean, y'all probably did do it on your own, but look at where y'all at. Y'all having financial issues, okay? Quad, on the other hand, is a single woman doing this literally by herself. So it is a difference, okay? And I just want these ladies to get it together. Meanwhile, we get into Heavenly and her situation with her mom and her passing. They talked about how is she doing with that, and Dr. Jackie said, I don't feel like she's grieving right. She did follow the wishes of her mother to try to talk to her sister. They're working on their relationship, and baby, I need to turn the air on because this ain't cutting it. Anyway, they're working on their relationship, and she said, things will be going right until she fucked around and say some shit. I said, so Heavenly, it really do be you. Like, she do the same shit that she do in her friend group, but she do to her family. That is crazy. So it just ain't no front. This is just really who Heavenly is. Honestly, I just could never see myself being friends with a person like that. Cause I don't want to be cool with somebody that I feel I can't trust, and I wouldn't be able to trust her. You know what I'm saying? And so they get into that part. The whole situation of her going through menopause can, since she want to blame menopause and all that stuff, her hormones on, her bad behavior this season, whatever, then maybe you've been going through it the whole time. And she was like, no, Dr. Simone said it's not hormones, okay, or whatever. But then we get into the whole situation about, which was a good question. Dr. Heavenly, you out here, you're doing beauty supply stuff, okay, fine, and somebody said beauty supply stores close every day, but you're out here, being negative against black women or whatever. I don't necessarily feel like she's being negative against all black women. She's just being negative because she actually know the women that she's going against in her friend group. So I don't know if I agree with that part of the question, but y'all have to understand, y'all put yourself on this TV and you acting out and you're saying certain things and you're doing certain things and you're showing certain behaviors, and that can deter people from wanting to do business with you. And it was like, if this, social media and all this other stuff would have deterred you from, people from coming to your store, would you stop it? And she said, I don't feel like it hasn't deterred people from coming to my store, but if it started to affect me and my business or whatever in that sense, then yeah, she'll put it into it, okay? And she said mostly what she was concerned about was her dentist office, her practice, but that hasn't seemed a negative impact either, which I do 100% believe, because I do see people that be going out to her dentistry, and I actually thought about that as well. Like, how is that affecting her? You know what I'm saying? And they was like, it's just so crazy that you said that you would stop it, the social media stuff, if it started affecting your business, but not necessarily you wouldn't do it for your friendships or whatever. And I said, one is providing her money and stuff so that she can actually live, and the other one is you can get a, I guess in her mind, you can get a friend. Motherfuckers are replaceable. That's the difference in my eyes, I guess. You know, she values her business over her friendships. And I mean, hey, I guess. So, yeah, Dr. Heavenly, she not gonna stop doing nothing until it stops her business. And so therefore, like I said, people are replaceable to her. That's just how I see it. You know, she probably got a couple of good friends that she will probably, you know, but then again, she don't. Moving on from that, they was asking, you know, Toya how she felt about her her beauty supply store now. You know, she said it was, you know, a place for the hookers or some shit like that. And it looked like a place where hookers will come to. Girl, the whole going back and forth about what's a hooker or a sex worker. Because Heavenly was just saying, yeah, I mean, they come up in there, they can afford this and they can afford that or whatever. And, you know, she probably not lying. She probably not lying either. But, I mean, it is what it is. Moving on from that, they start talking about the different little phrases and, you know, things that the women have been saying throughout the season. And, you know, determining what is shade and what's not to be shade or whatever. And when Andy asked the question, he asked it to Heavenly. And they was like, oh, bitch, that was shade and all that shit, you know. She was like, now you being messy. I was like, well, the same thing that you do. You know, they was talking about how Quai can give out shade to people, but she can't necessarily take it. And then the exchange between Dr. Heavenly and Quai, she was like, you know, I feel that because it's like, she said, you know, I could say, you could say my titties are saggy, but then if I say your ass is not real or whatever, you will get all offended at everything else or whatever. And it was like they was going back and forth about that, but you know, it was friendly banter. You know, it was funny. It was a kiki. Talking about Dr. Jackie if she was to get high and everything, and you know, somebody asked, you know, did Anila get the pointers that she need from the audience or whatever, the viewers, to you know, come up on her shades and her jokes and all that shit, you know, especially with the U-Haul movers, and you know, did she think it was really funny? She said, fuck it, bitch. I mean, it was fucked up, but she still liked it. It was funny. Baby Toya said, well, shit, bitch, maybe next time for Halloween, they said I should dress up as a burglar. Now, girl, I said what Anila and Kieran did was fucked up, and that would have been fucked up too, Toya. But bitch, too motherfucking shay. Okay? Too motherfucking shay. I get that shit. But you know, they was talking about how they can all come back together and they can just joke on each other and love each other. I said, I guess if that's what you want to call it. But you know, it's for this moment, everything was cool, calm, and collected, and it was very comical. So finally, we get up into Anila, girl. You know, Anila, nobody wanted her mama with her, okay, with the old shot situation. And that's understandable because, girl, take your mama somewhere else, okay? Like Simone said, we want to kiki with our girlfriends and we want to cuss. We want to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Your mama cool or whatever, but, you know, she a little controlling over you when you allow the shit. Meanwhile, they talked about the robbery, okay? The robbery, oh no, let's get into Miss Gomez, all right? I wish they would go a little bit deeper into that because, you know, I just felt like she was real trifling, you know, and I've seen people who literally deserve, you know, who have nannies, and you know, they have nannies for certain reasons or whatever, but they're not totally reliant on the nanny. Like if the nanny was to go, they would know what to do to parent their child. I ain't never seen nobody come on TV the way that Anila has and made it seem such a big deal to parent her own kids. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get up into this whole robbery situation. You know, she said her house got robbed in December and then it got robbed again in July, and it was like in the same fashion. Okay, girl, that's fucked up that that's happened or whatever, but this whole situation is back and forth about knowing who did it. And, you know, Simone said it was kind of messed up that she put up there on the Instagram showing that, you know, her place got robbed and then said hashtag accountability. And it's like, who you trying to say need to take accountability? Because that means as if you're accusing somebody of something. It was like whoever robbed. And then, you know, Quad is such a disappointment. Like, you literally sitting here, and I get it. You verbatimly repeated something that somebody told you, and you get upset that people are saying that you're sleeping with a married man, destroying his reputation, destroying your reputation, but you're okay with repeating a rumor about it's a possibility that Toya put a hit out on Anila. What sense does that make? So why go do what people was doing to you? And you ain't got no facts to it, right? You ain't got no facts either. You know what I'm saying? And then you're standing so strong in it. I said what I said. Okay, Nene, stop it. You're not her, okay? And it was just wrong. It was just wrong. Anila, it was wrong for, you know, anybody to say that just because you got into it with Toya and then the next thing you know, you got robbed the next day. Baby, shit fucking happens, okay? And I don't care what nobody says. Just like they said, Anila ain't that damn smart to do some shit, pull off some stuff. I really don't feel like Toya ain't got the time. Toya ain't that damn dumb, okay? You know, we can call Toya stupid, we can, or whatever people have say about that girl, but at the end of the day, Toya, like, it wouldn't affect her. It would affect Eugene. That's who it will affect, okay? And that's her bread and butter, to be quite frank, because all the other little businesses, because listen, if that was the case and then it comes to find out that she did have something to do with this, her ass would get kicked off this show, okay? And then, you know, that little check that you was getting from this show, that's gone, okay? And so now you're heavily dependent on your husband, and probably the other deals that you have probably leave. So listen, Toya ain't finna do no stupid shit like that. That lady, you know, she loved too much designers and all that shit. And for you to say some stuff like that on public national TV is real fucked up. Toya said, why don't you just stop getting robbed? Maybe you just an asshole, okay? I said, well, shit, bitch. Quad just... I don't even know why I expected much from Quad. Quad is just, she's stuck in her ways. And to be quite frank, I feel like she's better than a lot of the ladies on this show. And I just don't understand why. I don't. So basically, you know, everybody's full of shit at this point. If y'all can tell, I'm tired. I had to catch the second half. Anyway, Anila, it was fucked up to even imply, you know, anybody to imply that either Anila did it for insurance fraud or that Toya did it just to get back at her. It was stupid, both on everybody's part, you know. To perpetuate a rumor is fucking dumb because, again, like I said, that can cause harm. You know, for Anila to say, well, you know, she lived 10 blocks, or I think either Toya said they lived 10 blocks down, so why would she do it or whatever? And then Anila was like, exactly, her house didn't get robbed. Okay, and what about the house next door to you? They didn't get robbed. The house next door to that, they didn't get robbed. Okay, so what are you trying to say? Just because Toya's house didn't get robbed, she had to have some knowledge or something? No, just because you got into it with one of her friends, she had to have some knowledge of it? No, that don't work like that. Okay? Like, come on, y'all. It's just dumb. Meanwhile, she took a lie detector test to say that Carrie did tell her she don't think this person did this, Toya did anything or whatever. But, bitch, Contessa said, well, if you felt this way about Toya, why you go out on vacation with her? I said, is Contessa and Anila not cool? Because Contessa kind of came for her throat in that moment. And I was like, yeah, answer the question. She was like, I never said that she did it. I said, okay. But we get into the contestant shit next week. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this first half. It was cute. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.